Hi, I'm Jen, and welcome to Christian Fire Poppy. I'm so excited to share this with you today. The angel is back, and there is a new way to hasten the work. So on April 2nd, 2024, that's the day I started making this video, the Angel Moroni was placed back on top of the Salt Lake Temple. The renovation is progressing. This also happened to be the 132nd anniversary of the day the Apostle Mariner Merrill saw the just finished statue and named it the Angel Moroni. That was on April 2nd, 1892. You can see in this church article, it says, the angel statue reminds us that the heavens are open. So just days before the statue was placed, Apostle Merrill said it should be called Moroni. And by April 6th of 1892, the statue was placed on top of the Salt Lake Temple. This was a big event. All of the members of the church gathered around and cheered because they had waited 40 long years to build the beautiful Salt Lake Temple. Now, Dallin, who created the statue, although not a member, said the process brought me nearer to God than anything I ever did. It seemed to me that I came to know what it means to commune with angels from heaven. He recognized that God speaks to his children and that his angel atop the temple reminds us that the heavens are open and we can return to him. This angel has long been a common, iconic symbol of the restoration of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The same day that the angel was placed back on top of the Salt Lake Temple on April 2nd, 2024, this also happened. There was a 7.4 magnitude earthquake that hit Taiwan. This was the strongest in 25 years. This event reminded me of how the earthquake shook the trumpet out of Moroni's hand 4 years ago, and soon after, all temples closed. None of us saw that coming. Anything can happen. The time to gather Israel on both sides of the veil is now. And I have a brand new, faster way to find names and hasten the work to share with you guys. This is something my brother shared with me on Easter Day. He had learned it from a family history expert who was working at the Family History Center in Salt Lake. Now, it is only possible to do this new method on a phone using the Family History app. So you cannot use it on a computer. You have to use the Family Search app. But this has saved me exponential time. You can learn this new tool in 5 minutes and find and submit 10 or more names in under 2 minutes. I've done it. I've tried it. I'm a family history enthusiast, and I've never seen an update, upgrade, or method that helps me find names faster. So I can't wait to show you guys this. So first, download this app. I'm going to go through this as if it were finding family history names, quick and easy for dummies. If you've never done family history, I'm going to spell it out. If you are experienced in family history, you are still going to enjoy this. So keep watching to have your mind blown with the recent big changes and how fast and easy this is now, even if you've never done it before. So first, download this app right here, Family Search. So number 1, open up the app. Click the 3 lines at the top left corner of the screen, then select Tree. Second, click this icon right here. Third, select 7 generations right here. Just click this arrow and select 7 generations. This will display 7 generations on your now fan chart. And select the fan chart icon here. This fan chart will help to display your family history as a fan. Step number 4, click on a family name at the far edge of the fan. So any of these names on the outside, go ahead and pick one. It might help to be methodical and click on this one first, and then as you continue doing the work, you can just go down the line. So click on one of these names on the outer edge, and then fifth step, click the 3 vertical dots, the icon in the top right corner of your screen. So click that, and this will appear. So you are on the person page, and 6th step, select descendants with tasks. So this is amazing. Click this descendants with tasks, and then step number 7, select 5 generations by clicking the arrow here. So you'll see this arrow and select 5 generations. You want to see the full display. Step number 8, click these 3 vertical lines, the icon at the top right corner of your screen, and select temple. This is going to organize it according to the temple work that needs to get done. So you'll see a list of names and different icons on the right. What we are going to do here for simplicity is to skip the greens with little circles or blue circles next to them. We're only going to click on all the plain green temples. So here's a plain green temple, here's a plain green temple, here's a plain green temple. So if you see a little dot there, don't click on that. Or you see a blue circle next to it, don't click on that. The blue circle means that there are more records needed in order to submit names. And the little circles generally mean that it has already been submitted to the temple. So don't click on the name, but now the next step is to click on the green circle itself. So click that, and we're eventually going to come back and make sure we click on all of these. But first, click on the first one you run across, the first plain green temple. So if you do have a name or more with plain green circles, then skip the next slide. You're almost done getting multiple names already. So sometimes there might not be any names with a plain green circle. So let's go to the next slide. So remember, if you did have a name or more with plain green circles, then skip this slide. So this is if there are no names with plain green circles. Then you're going to, number 1, click the back button, go back to the person page, click the 3 vertical dots in the upper right-hand corner, and it will display these options. And then 3, select View This Tree to search a new area of your tree, and start again at step number 4. So go back to step number 4 and just start the process again. And what you're going to do is look in different areas to find as many plain green circles as you can. And what you're doing when you click View This Tree is you're going to your fan, you're selecting people to go to the person page, and when you click View This Tree, it now places that person at the bottom of your tree, and it's going to open up a view to you of all the ancestors beyond that person. So you're moving to a new location of the tree, scanning, trying to find those plain green circles. All right. So once you have a plain green circle, you are going to step number 10, click circle to the right of all names, then click continue. So after you click that plain green circle, you'll be right here and you'll see the name on the left. And if there's an empty circle, just click it and then press continue. If for some reason you are unable to select and submit the names, or you see that the name has a little clock next to it, then you are going to do what the previous slide said. So if the name has a little clock above it, then you only have 120 days to complete the work. If it says view record hints, then the name needs more records before submitting. So you won't be able to select it if it needs more record details. And with the clock, you can still select it and submit it, but you need to get the work done within 120 days. If you don't, then it will just put that name back onto the temple list. So finally, step number 11, click this box and then click Add to Reserved Family Names. So check mark, you have read this and you comply, and then Add to Reserved Family Names. And you did it. You reserved family names. You're pretty much done, and it will automatically take you back to this page so you can click on the next family name with a plain green circle. So you're back at step 9, now to reserve more names, and you can go through the cycle again and again and again. So you're at the Descendants with Tasks page. So to keep going, click the next plain green circle. So we did that one. So now you go to the next name with a plain green circle and continue steps 10 to 11. So a reminder of those steps are below. So this was steps 10 to 11 after you click the plain green circle, or you can go back to where we talked about that on step number 9, that slide. And after you are done selecting and submitting names, don't forget to share them with the temple so they can get done. So I'll quickly show you how to do this. With this method, you will find so many names that you won't be able to go to the temple fast enough to get them done. So you can just submit them to the temple. And if you're thinking, well, that takes forever to get done because it's backlogged, I do not have a confirmation of this, but my experience seems to tell me that if you submit a few names every day, if you take a couple of minutes to find a couple names and submit that every day, I believe it brings those names to the top of the algorithm, and you'll find that the family names you submit to the temple are being completed faster. So I don't have a 100% confirmation on that, but that's just what my experience shows. Okay, so to submit the names to the temple, hit the back button, arrow at the top left corner right here, till you reach a page with 3 lines at the top left corner. When you see those lines, click it, then select Temple. This is how we share our found names with the temple. So step number 2, select the names you want to share. So we're here on the temple page, select how many names you'd like to share with the temple. So check mark, click the share button. Looks like this down here. And step number 4, select share with temple. So click that. And step number 5, select ordinances to share here. So you check mark, start at the bottom, check it up, then click share with the temple button. And you did it, that's it. You can use this method on your phone when you have just a spare minute. Please share this video with your ward and friends to hasten the work of gathering Israel on both sides of the veil. I have not met a friend yet that knows this speedy new way to find names. Family history work will bring miracles to your life and to the lives of those you love. Wendy Watson Nelson. Thanks for joining us today at Christian Fire Poppy Channel. Let's bloom despite the doom and gloom like a true fire poppy. A Zion field of many fire poppies will reduce erosion after world chaos fires. Join us for more fiery passion and preparedness as we fly into the second coming of Jesus Christ.